Good morning, dear students. In this section, we will start a new chapter. The last section we have completed the excretory system, and now we are going to talk about the nervous system. It's a new chapter. Okay. So we know that the nervous system, that is the important system which will control all our activities. Okay. All our body activities are controlled and coordinated by this nervous system. Okay. So here we will learn about what are the parts of the nervous system. What are the parts of nervous system, and what are the main cell that is involved in the nervous system, and what are their functions, their structure. Okay. So in this section we will learn about we will have to have a very brief idea regarding the nervous system. Okay. So here the nervous system that will control all our body activities. Okay. The main cell that is involved in the nervous system, they are known as the neuron or the nerve cell that you already studied in the 9th or 8th classes. Okay. So the nervous system is divided into central and peripheral nervous system. Okay. So the entire nervous system is going to be divided into two main parts. They are the central and peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system, that is the most important part, and it includes the brain and the spinal cord. Okay. All the information it will be processed in the brain. Okay. So that's a very important part, that is the central nervous system. And another part is the peripheral nervous system. All the nerves that we can see in between this central nervous system and all the organs. In between these organs and central nervous system, there are many number of nerves. Okay, are located in our body. Okay, they will be traveling to the brain and as well as the organs. Okay, so all these organs and brain, all these are connected by a network of these nerves. Okay, that all included in the peripheral nervous system. Okay, and this peripheral nervous system is again divided into somatic and autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system, that means it will control all the voluntary activities. All our voluntary activities, that means those activities which are under our control, under our will. That is known as the voluntary activities. All these voluntary activities are controlled by the system, that is somatic nervous system. All the internal organs will be connected with so many nerves. Okay, and we do not have a control on that kind of nerves. Okay, so these are controlled by the autonomic nervous system, that is involuntary activities. Okay, and this autonomic nervous system, this again have two areas, that is sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, the sympathetic and the actions of sympathetic and parasympathetic, they are just opposite. Understand? Their actions are opposite. Okay, so we will learn about this sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system in the later section of this chapter. Okay, now we have to have an idea regarding what the nervous system is there. It is divided into central and peripheral. Peripheral again divided into what? Somatic and autonomic, voluntary and involuntary. Then comes what? Sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Okay. So now we are coming to the basic structural and functional unit of nervous system. That is known as the neuron, or what? The nerve cell or neuron. So this is the structure of the nerve cell or what? Neuron. In the last chapter we have learned that the basic structural functional unit of the kidney or the excretory system, that is the nephrons. So here in nervous system, that is what? Neuron. So we had to have an idea regarding the basic structure of this neuron. So the neuron, it may be having mainly three important principal areas are there. Okay, so this region, this entire structure is known as the neuron or the nerve cell. So here this region, that is known as the body of the neuron, that is known as what? The cell body or cytosol. So this is cell body or cyton, and from this cell body there are numerous projections like this. These are the numerous projections. So many projections are arising from the cell body. Okay. So these projections are known as the dendrons. So here, these are all the dendrons. When we are looking at these projections, we can see that only one of the projection. Okay. Only one of the projection. It is having what? It is elongated. Okay. So this longest projection is known as the axon. Okay. The longest projection is known as axon. So what are the basic parts of the neuron? That is what? This is the cell body, axon, and what? These numerous projections. All these are what? The dendrons. And we can see that these dendrons, they leads to what? They will be ending in numerous branches. They are known as the dendrites. Okay. Dendron ends in branches. They are known as dendrites. So cell body, dendrites, the axon. This is the longest process arising from the cell body. That is known as the axon. So these three constitute what? The principal areas of the neuron. Okay. Then what about the cell body? So it is having the cell body. It may be having a centrally placed nucleus. So this is the centrally placed nucleus, and this nucleus is surrounded by this cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, we can see the cell organelles such as the microtubules are there, endoplasmic reticulum, then mitochondria. Okay. So like that, all these things will be here in the cytoplasm. Other than this, we can see that there are Nissil granules. Nissil granules, these things, these white colored dots that represent the Nissil granules. Then there is what? These things that represent the neurofibrils. Okay. All these are there for the conduction of the impulse. They are all very important. Okay. So this Nissil granules, the neurofibrils, then other cytoplasmic organelles, cell organelles, all these things are present in the cytoplasm. This one is the nucleus. Okay. So from here, this cytosol that leads to what? From this cytosol, there are numerous projections. The longest projection is known as the axon. So this represents the axon. Okay. And this axon that ends in branches. Axon is going to end in the branches. These are the branches. These branches are known as the axonites. The branches are known as axonites. And each of these axonites that also ends in a rounded structure. Okay, the rounded structure that is known as the axon endings. Okay. Then, other than this axon, it is covered by some layers. Okay. So we have to learn about the three layers that cover the longest process, longest projection. So this represents the axon. Okay, it is covered by three layers. One is the neurolemma. Neurolemma, that is the outermost white layer. The outermost white layer is known as the neurolemma. The middle layer, this structure, this blue colored structure, that is the middle layer, that is known as the myelin sheath. The innermost layer, here it is represented by green color. The innermost layer, that is known as the axolemma. So axolemma, neurolemma, and the myelin sheath, they cover the axon. Okay, the innermost one is known as axolemma, the middle one is known as myelin sheath, the outermost layer is known as the neurolemma. Okay, so here this neurolemma and then axolemma. Neurolemma is continuous like this. This axolemma is also continuous. Okay, but the myelin sheath is not continuous. It is having some constrictions at some places. Okay, so here it is not continuous. Here we can, these are the places having what? Some constrictions. Okay, so there is no myelin sheath. Okay, that region are known as the nodes of Ranvier. These are the nodes of Ranvier. These are the what is in the nodes of Ranvier? These are the constrictions between the adjacent myelin sheath. That means the myelin sheath, it is not continuous. It is discontinuous. Okay, so these are the three layers of the axon. Then what about the other projections? They are known as the dendrons. Dendron, they are ending with the dendrites. Okay, their branches are known as dendrites. And what is the functioning of these dendrites? This dendrite is going to receive the signals or the impulse. It will be received by the dendrites, and dendrite, it is going to transport this impulse into the cell body. And through the cell body, the impulse is going in this way, through the axon. And it will finally reach the axonite. From the axonite, it will reach the round shaped structure that is known as the axon endings. Okay. Then after that axon endings, we can see another neuron. Okay. So from here, it starts from the dendrites of another neuron will be connected. The dendrites of another neuron will be connected with these axon endings. Okay. So that speaks between two adjacent neuron. That is known as the synaptic cleft. That space is known as what? The synaptic cleft. Understand? So that is all about the structure of the nerve cell or what? Neuron. The nerve cell, it does not have centrosome. It does not have the cell organ that is what? Centrosome, because it cannot divide. It is not going to be divided. Okay, there is no further division. Okay, so these are the structure of the neuron. So we have learned today that what is nervous system, then what parts of nervous system, central and peripheral. Central contains brain, spinal cord. Peripheral, that contains what? All other nerves that are running throughout the body is known as the peripheral nervous system. Some of the nerves control voluntary activities, somatic. Some control involuntary, autonomic. Again, in this involuntary, there are two groups, that is sympathetic and parasympathetic. Their actions are entirely opposite to each other. Understand? So we will learn about this one later. And regarding the structure of the neuron, cell body or cyton, then what? Axon. Dendrites. Axon is the longest projection. It contains 3 layers, covered by 3 layers. Axonlemma, medullary is known as myelin sheath or medullary sheath. Then neurolemma, that is outermost layer. The white layer is known as the neurolemma. Just inside that we can see the myelin sheath. Then innermost is known as axonlemma. Axonlemma and the neurolemma both are what? They are continuous. But in between this myelin sheath, there may be a space. The space is known as the nodes of Ranvier. Okay. Then this axon is going to be entered in branches, axonite. Each axonite is having what? The round like projection that is known as the axon endings. Okay. Then what? This contain that is cell body, contain the nucleus or the cell organelles. And from there arise what? Numerous projections that is known as the dendrons, and that ends in the dendrites. To receive the impulse, go like this, reach here. From there is what? Synaptic cleft. Okay, so this is the basic idea regarding the nervous system and the structure of the neuron. Okay, you have to go through the syllabus as well as what? The textbook. Read it. If you have any doubt, you are free to ask to me, okay? Call or what? Through the WhatsApp. And in the next section, we will learn about the central nervous system. Okay, now we are going to winding up. Okay, so in the next section, we will learn about the central nervous system. Okay, so wish you all the best.